Welcome in. Hello. Hello. Let's do a award, says Leopard. That's nice. Yeah. I like that. How are we doing, folks? Wisecrack Leopard TN. TNTV. How was your stream yesterday, TN? I was there for the starting soon screen, then I went to bed. So I didn't watch any of it. How was it? Having gay letting awards. Is he just naming streets? That's in the right place, isn't it? Missed big news, mate. What happened? What happened, Lep? Tell me what happened. I'm not watching the VOD. God bless you, mate. I hope you slept well with your blanket. I did, thank you. What do you mean with my blanket? It's a very strange detail to include. What happened, Tian? News just in, Lep's a wank. Oh, he's just stuck it in his Discord. Let's have a look. Schedule and news. Am I allowed to read this out? My wife and I have a baby, mate. I was going to say, am I allowed to read this out, but you've just said it. Wow, really? Like an actual one? This isn't like a joke. You're having an actual one. What? Wow. St. Paddy's Day prank. Oh, mate. So genuinely a little bit emotional about that. Congratulations, mate. Genuinely. Well done. Top shagger. That's lovely. That's lovely. TN's having a baby. That's lovely. Congratulations, mate. Genuinely. Sad I missed that now. Had I known. Keep telling people it was IVF. I don't qualify as a top anymore. You do in my eyes, mate. Don't worry about it. You do in my eyes. Knocknall, welcome in. How's it going? Good to see you. Congratulations, mate. That's lovely. What a lovely bit of news. I am a little. You should have told me before you started streaming, and I would have actually stuck around instead of going. Oh, I'm just going to go to bed. I've got better things to do than to watch this man sit there and watch Gary Eats all night. Fucking hell. But had I known that, a little bit of music for you. That's lovely. Have you got a name in mind? Are you going to call him Larry? If it's a he. Imagine that. Baby Larry. That'd be good. Do that. Or Gary. Gary, middle name can be Eats. That's what I said. Great minds think alike, Leopard. Or as my mum would say, fools seldom differ. That's my mum says that. I think she got it off my grandma. Welcome in, folks. I don't know how long I'm going to be on for today. I might not be on for that long. So we'll do the awards due, and I think we'll possibly also do... Oh, Craig. 2 Gs, though. What nonsense is she on about? I don't know, Wisecrack. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, my friend, by the way, and to nobody else. Just to Wisecrack. Unless Nightlights comes in which case, to Nightlights as well. Piers, maybe. That would be good. Yeah. Oh, lovely. TN, can we get that scan as an emote? That'd be good. Imagine that. Make a little baby an emote. Early doors. That'd be so good. That'd be lovely. I'm convinced I should have a child now just so I can do that. That's a great little bit. What use would that have? You just put it in whenever. Like, you know, when people started doing that, what was that emote that people used to put in that you used to get really annoyed at? Let me see if I can find it. There used to be an emote. You used to hate it, Leopard. We can just spam it every now and then. This one. This one. You used to hate that, didn't you? I had to take a course. Any follow-up questions have been missed. I said, are you going to call it Larry? Are you going to call it Gary? I'm saying it, by the way. I'm sorry about that. Are you going to call them Gary? Are you going to call them Larry? Are you going to upload that scan and have it as an emote? Larry and Gregory settled on. Oh dear. Oh dear. You've sort of upstaged my always scanning like Iniesta, yeah. Sort of upstaged my awards do here, by the way. Should we go to the awards do, folks? I do need to get this out of the way. I don't know how long I've got. I may have an hour and a bit tops. Absolutely tiny. Please ignore how small I am compared to everything else that's going on here. Same stage as last year, by the way. Also same flag as well as last year. I do apologise for that. We never got a better flag off TN. This is the one that he got us, and so we're just stuck with this. How is the music levels levered, by the way? Are they all right? Hopefully they're all right. Love the music. It's nice. This is Pez 6 music. It's a track called Sunday Afternoon. I don't know what screen this ever played on. Levels of each, yeah. 10 stream streak. Thank you very much, Tian. Thank you very much, mate. Please keep that up as much as you possibly can. Morning all. Good luck to all the nominees, Adam. That's a lovely touch of class for you. Welcome in. That's lovely. So we will get to the awards, do the 7 awards that we will be giving out today. They are Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, Unplayer of the Season, that's the worst player of the season, Most Improved Player, Transfer of the Season, Match of the Season, and Goal of the Season. 7 awards we'll be giving out today in no particular order. Haven't decided yet. We'll get to that though. First I thought I'd do a little bit of a speech. We can talk about... Is there a mystery? Oh, there's also going to be a mystery blind poll. Should I set that up now? How long can you make a poll run for? Can you make it run for like 10 minutes? That's not going to be enough. We'll run the poll later. Your fun packs. We'll run the poll later, remind me, Lefford. There is a massive mystery blind poll that we will be having. It could be nothing. It could be something very minor. Like last year, it was just changing Yaric's free kick run up. It could be something absolutely game changing. You have no idea. And I love that. Good season last season. The season that's just gone. Finished first, top of the league, won the cup. Can't complain really. It's been a very big season for me as a human and a manager, I would say. In the past week, actually, I reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is lovely. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Also in the same week, 5,000 on TikTok, which is also... yeah, that's lovely. Thank you very much, folks. I did check a year ago on YouTube. I was on 380 subscribers. So God knows what happened in the last year. There's BapyBot right on time as well. That's lovely. You may notice VOD watchers. Hello, welcome in, by the way, if you're a VOD watcher. You may notice there may be ads before the video. There shouldn't be ads during the video. I've turned that off, but you may have a short ad before the video. I'm just going to have ads on for a short while to see how much money it makes. If it's basically nothing, I'll just turn them off because there's no point inconveniencing people. But what I would say is in the 2 days that I've had ads on so far, it's generated about 56 pence. So not eye-watering sums of money, but if you total that up over the course of a year, it's like 100 quid, which is actually not bad. So we'll see about that. I don't know. I also, it's massive. I'm surprised it was that much, to be honest with you. But I don't want to make it so it's just fucking ad central, because I hate that. Please do get an ad blocker downloaded, folks, if you want. By the way, uBlock Origin Lite is my current tipple of choice. My current ad blocking tipple, I should say. Would have expected a couple of extra decimal places on that. Yeah. It's not that. 2 days. It's not that bad. 50p. It's like 56 pence or something like that over 2. It's not bad. And I'm not getting like major views either. If you think about it, that Thomas video, if I'd have done that, I got like 35,000 views. I think it's like £5. It's like £5.62 or something like that per 1,000 views. So if that video has got 36,000 views, that's £5.62 times 36. So that video alone's £200 of advertising revenue. That's quite mad. Would have been better if it was 67p, like that is true. And I did need a calculator for that. TN, you probably could have done it in your little head because you're a proper accountant like that. Sorry I'm late, my cummerbund was at the cleaners and I had to go pick it up for the awards. That's fine though, I'd like to welcome into you, my friend. How's it going? And happy St. Patrick's Day to you and you alone, apart from Wisecrack. It's also happy St. Patrick's Day to him. I can't remember what I was saying now. Nothing important, I imagine. So, yes, thank you very much for that, folks. I will be monitoring that. Like I said, may turn ads off. It sort of depends. It really depends. We just have to see how it goes. Cummerbund, good stuff, that. And it was a good season for me as a manager too, I should say. As I said, we got promoted. My what I call my 6 or 7 year plan is on course. We're on course to achieve that. For those who don't know, the 6-7 year plan is my plan to win Div 1 within 6 or 7 seasons. Season 1, just find our feet, see how we can get on. Season 2, get promoted from Div 2. We've done that. Season 3, consolidate our position in Division 1. Season 4, see if we can get top half in Division 1, possibly a European spot, so somewhere between 6th and 8th, I would say. Season 5, possibly go for somewhere between 4th and 6th Champions League spot. Season 6, Champions League spot, if not pushing for the title. And then Season 7, win the title. So that's the 6-7 year plan. We're on course at the moment. Plenty more time to go. We'll have to see what happens. Should we do an award? Let's do an award, shall we? Which one should we do? Let's do Match of the Season. Match of the Season. Match of the Season. So there were 5 nominees for this. This is Season 2's best match as voted for by you, the general public, and the shareholders. Bit of dust there. There's 5 answers. There was the 4-0 win versus Sanctuary in the Cup quarter-final second leg. The Mots. Yes, the Mots. This is the Mots. Yeah, I don't want you to applaud for every single one of these. It's going to take hours. The 4-0 win versus Haringey 11 in League Fixture 9. The 3-2 win versus Swisney FC in the Cup semi-final second leg. And if you've not seen that, by the way, the TikTok for that game will be going up this afternoon, so keep an eye out for that, and the YouTube short, of course. The 2-0 win versus Swisney FC in the League Fixture 12. That was the game we won the title. And the 2-0 win versus Pez United in the Div 2 Cup final. And I dare say we all know who's won this, or which games won this, I should say, not who. With literally 100% of the vote, that's 11 votes, 100% of the vote. The winner of Match of the Season is 3-2 win versus Swisney FC in the Cup semi-final second leg. Can't fault that. Can't fault that. Went down 1-0, went to extra time. We scored 3 in extra time, including 2 of the goals of the season, which we will be getting to shortly. And I think they also scored a consolation right at the end of that. So, yeah, wonderful match. And that was my vote. Can't have any complaints about that, nor can anyone, because literally everyone voted for that. So, there you go. Lovely stuff. What a game it was. It was a great game, wasn't it? It was lovely. I'm not going to show the highlights of it or anything like that. You'll have to watch them on you watch them on TikTok this afternoon. That was the cup final in many ways. It was, wasn't it? Like the actual cup final was a bit sort of what's the word? Underwhelming. I loved voting for that, says Leopard. That's nice. Thank you for the exclamation point, YouTube Leopard, by the way. Bigger than Liverpool in the Champions League, exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's move on to transfer of the season, shall we? Transfer of the season. Status failed. That's interesting. Why did it say that? Poll failed a few seconds ago. Message could not be updated. Thread is archived. Alright, let me fucking fix that then. Try now. Reopen the poll and close the poll. Super. Okay. That's fine. That's a little problem on my part. It's because the thread was closed. Yeah, weird that, isn't it? It still says failed. Never mind. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. Let's do transfer of the season. Let's do transfer of the season. Okay. Transfer of the season. This is the season 2's best transfer. Are you not very skilled or something? Something like that, Leopard. Yeah. Something like that, mate. So this is transfer of the season. This is ins and outs, by the way, that you could vote for. So if we sold a player and it was a really good transfer, then you could vote for a transfer out. But we could also vote for the transfers in. So the category is transfer of the season. The nominees are Tomasi, signed for 3,500. Wrong one. Wrong one. Tomasi signed for 3,500. Wolf signed for free. Castolo sold for, I said served almost then, sold for 1,533. Showing it the horn section, I know. It's my mistake. Apologies for that. Espimas sold for 1,003. And Zamenhof sold for 553. That'd be nice night, wouldn't it? That'd be lovely. The winner, with 54.5% of the vote, just over half the votes, which will come as, I'd say, little surprise to anyone, really, is Tomasi. Damiano Tomasi, Damien Thomas, as he'd be known if he was English, signed for 3,500. Hard to understate his influence on the team this season. Correct decision, says Cien. Lewis, welcome in. Good to see you. I can't complain. You can't complain with that, really. May not have been who I voted for, but it's one of those ones where really you can have no qualms about it, so to speak. And that is the transfer of the season. Now that's massive. Good stuff. Nerdma, welcome into you, by the way. Lovely to see you. How's it going? And Lewis, how are you doing as well? Good to see you both. If you've just joined us, welcome in. We have got the match of the season was won by the 3-2 win versus Swisney FC. This poll failed 4 minutes ago during the... Can I not just do that? Closed. It should work now. It still says failed. Really irritating. Never mind. I think I was going to say failed forever, which is a bit annoying. Oh well. And transfer of the season, of course, to Messi. You've not missed much else, though. There will be a blind poll happening shortly. So keep an eye out for that. It's a mystery blind poll, so you don't even know what you're voting for. You don't even know how big it is. You don't know if it's a massive event and if it's something little. You have no idea, which is lovely. Let's do most improved player, shall we? Most improved player. Now, this is an interesting one. We didn't have this last season, obviously, because it's not really possible to do it last season. But essentially, the criteria for this is the player who has had the biggest improvement between Season 1 and Season 2. So if you think about the players that were not doing so well in Season 1 and the players who've done well in Season 2. It'd be the colour of the seats in the main stand or some nonsense. It might be. It might be, but you don't know. It could be something absolutely... It could be delete the save. You don't know, Tia. It's not delete the save, obviously, but it could be something of that calibre. 5 nominees for most improved player. Now, there is a criteria for this, and it's based basically on their ratings from last season compared to their ratings of this season. I always pick the top 4 and then I pick one myself because I know that the ratings aren't always perfectly accurate. So that's how the nominations are done. The nominations for most improved player are Jim Bershay, Chechu, can't remember his first name. Lieberman, can't remember his first name. Ordaz, can't remember his first name. And Zimmerles, can't remember his first name either, actually. Interesting poll, this. 3 players are joint second. Zostas, Zimmerles. I have got a spreadsheet somewhere that's got their first names on. I'll have to dig out and find it somewhere. There's 3 players in joint second. And then there's 1 player who is first, having had 1 more vote than the rest of them, which is very interesting indeed. To me, at least. I should say Chechu got no votes, which is unfortunate for him, but it is what it is. 3 others got the same amount, and then first place got 1 more than the rest. So the winner of the most improved player for Season 2 is... Ordaz. Ordaz. Again, can't complain with that. Can't complain with that. I don't think he was that bad last season, but if you think about most improved player, I suppose, he has been levels above this season. So, John Burko's favourite player.
Droll. Very droll.
You're lucky to get that, Leopard. Ordaz has really cleaned up tonight. We've got to stop it with the dance jokes. We've got to stop it. Anyone want to get a joke about Purslane before we move on to the next category? If Ivarov doesn't win Unplayer of the Season, I'm walking out in a huff. Well, you have to stay tuned, Lewis. You will have to stay tuned for that. It will be coming up very shortly. Yeah, Ordaz, fair play to him. Fair play. And it was also Zimmerles, Lieberman and Bershay also had 1 vote less than Ordaz, which is quite interesting. A mixed bag, that one. I say mixed bag, it's literally that 1 person voted for each of them, apart from 2 people voted for Ordaz, which is... I might remove the weighting next season. Not sure how much I like that idea. We'll see. Hello, Esme, welcome in. Not sure how much I like the weighting of it. We'll see. We'll see. Close that one. Let's run a blind poll for 10 minutes. A mystery blind poll. You've got option A and option B. You've got 10 minutes. If the results are the same, nothing happens. If they end up the same, nothing happens. Okay. You know what to do, folks. You know what to do, folks. Let's move on to the next category. Let's do Unplayer of the Season. Since Lewis mentioned it, actually. Let's do Unplayer of the Season. This is Season 2's worst player. Again, 5 nominations for it. I believe Berche won last year. Hoping... he's hoping that he doesn't obviously retain his title as Unplayer of the Season. I think Berche did quite well last season, personally. Again, this is based off player ratings. I've also devised a weighting system for the player ratings because defenders always get lower ratings than attackers. So I've devised a sort of... It's strange. The nominees, of course. The nominees for Unplayer of the Season. Season 2's worst player are, once again, Jim Berche. Dodo. Yuga. Ivarov. And Mako. Wow. Well, I think we know who's winning this, don't we? Wow, really interesting. Really interesting. Well, the winner, of course, with 81.8% of the vote is... Ivarov. Can't complain with that, can you? Can't complain. I would say I was the only person that didn't vote for Ivarov. And I'll tell you why I didn't vote for Ivarov. He had an awful first half of the season. As soon as Wolf came in, all the games that Ivarov played after that, I think he played possibly 3 matches. I think he did quite well. So that's why I actually voted for Yuga. I don't think anyone's been particularly awful, I should say. Quite unlucky for Dodo and Mako to be on that list, but it is based on the average rating of them. Dodo seemingly did nothing apart from score worldly. And Mako got 4 goals last season, I believe, but still average rating was not great. So, can't complain. Ivarov, you know, your first half of the season ruined it for him. Really. Is what it is. That's what, yeah, I'm saying this to all of them, absolutely. They need to hear it. They need to hear it. How's the blind poll looking? Wow. Wow. Okay. That's going to keep going. There's another few minutes left on that, 5 so minutes. Let's do Young Player of the Season. There's 3 awards left. Young Player of the Season. Let's do Young Player of the Season. Okay. Vote for Season 2's best player aged 21 or under. Now, this is an interesting one because last season we had 5 players aged 21 or under. This season we actually only have 3 aged 21 or under. Depending on how many there are next season, I might increase the age of this to 23 possibly. Otherwise, it will just get a bit silly. But I've left it to 21 this season because there's 3 nominees and all 3 of them I think have done fantastically, and the 2 losers would be desperately unlucky to have lost this. But the nominees for Young Player of the Season, Season 2, are Yarich, Farley Ruskin, and Jonas Wolf. A strange sort of echo on that. Yeah, I think all 3 of them are in with the shout with this. It is really up to the fickle minds of the public as to who wins this, but I think all 3 of them can be really proud of themselves. Did absolutely fantastic. I had a hard time picking one, but I obviously did pick one in the end. And with 66.7% of the vote, 2/3 of the vote. So a little bit of a runaway victory, actually. Oh no, the public. The winner of Young Player of the Season for Season 2 is... Jonas Wolf. Jonas Wolf. You can't complain about that, can you? Came in, really transformed the backline, I would say. He was a sort of almost like the missing piece of the puzzle, you might even say. And fair play to him. What an impact he's made in only just a space of a few months. It's lovely. Yarich came second, by the way. Desperately unlucky for Yarich to come second there. Again, did absolutely fantastically, I think. Still going to school as well, still doing his A-levels, yeah. Still doing his... I've said to him, you got to keep doing your A-levels because if your football career fails, you've got nothing to fall back on. So he's doing some... I can't remember what it is. It's one of those... let's say a building or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know. It's building or construction or architecture. I don't... It's one of those sorts of things. It's something to do with houses. Hopefully get his provisional license, yeah. I think he's working towards that. Really just wants a car, to be honest, which is fair enough. Just clearing my notifications there. How's the blind poll going? Wow. Massive. So we'll do one more. We'll do one more poll, and then we're going to reveal the blind poll result. And then we'll do Player of the Season. So the second to last, I should say, poll award is for Goal of the Season. Now, this is an interesting one because this was actually opened to the wider public on YouTube as well. So they have also voted. There is no ranked voting in this, though, despite people commenting saying ranking, which is fair enough. They can rank them in order if they want. It's absolutely fair enough, but it's not a ranked poll. It's very much just you pick the first place. And the nominees for this are... In fact, I'm not even going to go through the nominees for this because you should all have watched the video. It's an exclamation point YouTube. If you're not watching that video, it is the pinned video on my channel, I believe. Go and watch that, and you know who the nominees are. I'll go through them really quickly. Steen versus Swisney FC. Mako versus Haringey 11. Ordaz versus Swisney FC. Hoylands versus Swisney FC. Dodo versus Swisney FC. And Hoylands versus Swisney FC in brackets number 2 because it was the second one. Fascinating results, this. Fascinating result. I've tallied up all of the YouTube comments and all of the polls from the Discord. There was one vote in it. There is one vote in it. The winner for goal of the season, season 2.
What?
The winner for goal of the season, season 2. How many votes? Let's have a look. It was one had 8 votes, one had 7. And the blind poll is over. Is it? Blind poll over? It's not refreshing. Oh, there's like a few seconds left. That's huge, and we'll go into the implications of that result very shortly. Wow. Yes, there was one vote in this. One had 8 votes. I'll tell you, actually, only 3 of them got any votes. One had 8 votes, one had 7 votes, and one had 3 votes. 8-7. The one with 3 votes was Ordaz versus Swisny FC. In a very respectable 3rd place. Good goal. Very good goal, actually. A lot better than you'd think it is on first view. Adam, welcome in. Good to see you. How's it going? So that had 3 votes. That was your vote, Ordaz? Yeah, it was. It was also the vote of someone else on YouTube, I believe. And fair play. I don't necessarily, I don't necessarily disagree with it. The 6 very good goals, astonishing technique, says TN. I think we all probably know who the top 2 votes are. You did not vote for Ordaz, Esme. You did not vote for Ordaz. Shame that you don't remember who you voted for. That's questionable. Very questionable. You don't even remember who you voted for. Just haphazardly slapping votes all over the place. Did I vote for Dodo? You did vote for Dodo. As did a few others. But a few others also voted for Hoylands versus Swisny FC, the first one. The first Hoylands goal versus Swisny FC. As I said, 1 vote in it. 2 very good goals. And I was very conflicted about this one. Very conflicted because the Dodo goal, I think Ultra said it, you can't teach that. You can't teach that. Comes out to him about 30 yards out. He just takes 1 touch, sets himself up absolutely perfectly for him with that touch, and then curled straight into the top corner. It is a sensational goal. And then the Hoylands goal, slightly different, of course. Chipped through to him by Zimenez. Sort of an acrobatic. I don't know if it's quite a bicycle. It's not an overhead kick, but it's got an acrobatic kick with his weak foot as well on the edge of the box. Again, super finish. And both of those were in extra time of a game, and they were all absolutely knackered, which is incredible. We'd like the goal scorer to come up on stage and reenact it. Don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. That's lovely, Nerba. I'm not going to read that out, Nerba, but that's lovely. That's lovely from you. The winner of goal of the season, with, I don't know the percentages exactly because I've not totted it up. If there's 8 plus 7, that's 15, 18 votes. So, what percent is 8 of 18? 44.44% of the vote. Thank you, Google. 44.44% of the vote. I think. KD Duris, thank you very much for the subscription, by the way. Welcome in. Welcome in. The winner of goal of the season for season 2 is Hoylands versus Swisny FC. Just the 1 vote in it. Just the 1 vote in it. Leopard says knew it. I mean, you voted for it, Leopard, to be fair. So, really close. If either of those won it, I would have been happy. I think, like I said, I was genuinely, I didn't. The reason I actually voted for the Hoyland's goal is just the effort that he put in that game. And weak foot, edge of the box, acrobatic. That to me was a more impressive looking goal than Dodo's. But you voted for what you thought would win, so you look smart. That's good, Leopard. That's good. That's good of you to do that. So congratulations, Hoylands, winner of goal of the season. The first goal of the season, all we've done. Hopefully there'll be one next season if we score enough goals. And now we go to the results of the blind poll. The mystery blind poll. Now you picked option A, which is absolutely massive. I don't have a TikTok. I should have a TikTok one, shouldn't I? I don't really care about the TikTok, to be fair, though. Do you remember what happened when we played Swisney FC in the game for the title? Where Steen was suspended. And then Hoylands lifted the trophy because Steen wasn't even playing. He didn't want to do a John Terry or anything like that. And then we played the cup final and Steen got injured. And Tomasi came in. Had a great game, to be fair. Got man of the match, I believe. And then he lifted the trophy, Tomasi. So we were just sort of talking about this. I was talking about this with Steen at the sort of end of season. Not the awards, we had like an end of season sort of party kind of thing. Separately to this. That's a private affair, though. None of you invited. And we were just sort of talking about this. And basically he said to me that I was a little bit sort of taken aback by it. Because he wasn't able to lift the trophy for either of those. And obviously he was very upset by that. He puts the team first, you know, and that's all well and good. You know, it's what a captain does, what a leader does. Adam, thank you for the subscription. Oh, Adam, thank you for the actual subscription, I should say. Adam Flair, welcome to BapyCal membership. Wow. Wow. Thank you very much, Adam. Thank you very much indeed, mate. Enjoy the emotes and also possibly... I don't actually know what else there is, to be honest with you. Very little. That's why it's 99p a month, though. That's lovely. Was that really loud? I'm sorry about that. Thank you very much, Adam. Very generous of you. Please flaunt that at every opportunity. My first YouTube membership. That's lovely. What a lovely touch of class from Adam Flair UK. That is Adam Flair UK. Very, very nice indeed. Thank you very much. You did interrupt my story, though, that I was talking about, so no, it's fine. Basically, I was talking to Steen, and obviously disappointed that he couldn't lift the trophy at the end of the season, either of them. But we were sort of told, we got into a discussion about it, and in all fairness to him, he said to me, let's just have a look at the stats, actually. He's basically said to me that he didn't have the best season last season, which I agree with. He was not the best player. Not as, he wasn't playing as good as he can play, as I've seen him play in training. I don't know quite why that is. But, he was sort of thinking about it, and he basically said to me that he thinks he can perform better without the, I suppose, burden of the captaincy. So I said, are you aware of what you're saying here? Are you sure about this? And he said, yeah, I'm sure. He said, I'm still a leader. I'm still the same player that I was. But I think if I can just focus on my own game for next season.
Okay, everybody tuck your pants into your socks.
Joe, welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. Thank you very much indeed, Joe. Welcome in, folks. How's it going? How are we doing? I do apologise for the big British flag up there, by the way. No matter what people like TN says, you should actually be always ashamed of your flag. And I am. So thank you very much. Joe, welcome in. How was your stream? What were you up to? Good to have you in. Welcome in, folks. You are just... you've just caught me in the middle of my end of season awards due, where I was telling a very emotional story that's on today of all days as well. It's a good point, Wisecrack. Yeah, hadn't thought about that. Could be a farm sim. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. I've not really played much of that. I'd love to get into it though. I know there's a nice sort of multiplayer of it. Please, folks, if you're not following Joe already, rectify that immediately. He's a good egg. I dare say most of you, if not all of you, are already. But you'd love it. I think I streamed Farming Sim like 21 several years back, and I think I had like I think literally no one watched it. And I went in a bit of a huff about it and then never played it again. I'd love to get back into it though. Not on stream though. I don't think it's a streaming game for me personally. It's probably more of a relaxing sort of game. I'm not ashamed of my country's flag at all, actually, says Esme. That's a touch of class. That's lovely. That's lovely. I dare say they added trains. I think there were trains in it when I played it last, but there was maybe just one, actually. I don't know. And maybe I'll give it another go at some point. I think I've got one of the newer ones. I think I got it on Epic at one point. Yeah. I hope you had a good time with it, Joe, and thank you very much for the raid. If you do need to raid and run, or if you need to leave a lurk or anything like that, please don't feel like you need to stick about, as always. You know the drill. You know the drill. But thank you very much all the same. Very much appreciate it. Yes, folks, please go follow Joe right now. There was a little shout-out thing that should have happened. Should have taken advantage of it while it was still there. Now you have to actually click on his little name and then click the little heart button. But there you go. So for those who just joined, there is one poll that we need to do left, one award that we need to do left, but I was just telling the story about essentially the result of the blind poll that we just had, where Steen's actually sent to me, the Captain Steen, who's no longer the Captain Steen, that he wants to relinquish his captaincy for the next season because he wants to focus on his game. He wasn't playing at the levels he knew he could play at, because it's a very difficult job having to manage on the pitch players like Ivarov and Ayuga, the shitter players, which is fair enough. So he said, look, and I think there was sort of a slight acceptance that if we get a couple of reinforcements in, he's not going to be a first choice starter, and it makes more sense for the captain to be someone who's starting every game, which I agree with. So we've got another blind poll to do, I think, folks, of who's going to be the captain, and I'm going to throw forward 3 names. I'm going to throw forward 3 names at you. I'm not going to throw forward 3 names at you. No, I will throw forward 3 names at you, but they're not going to be in that order when we do the blind poll. The 3, this is just in order of how they are on my spreadsheet. The 3 players that I've got in mind for being the captain are Valony, Tomasi, and Hoylands. Okay. I don't care if he's Polish, but if he's blind, he's not fit to be captain. What? Says Wisecrack. I haven't got a clue what that means. What on earth does that mean, Wisecrack? I don't care if he's blind Pole. Right, okay. It's not, look, it's easy for you lot to do because you're not concentrating on 100 things at once. I've got 100 things going on in my brain up here at the moment. I've got I'm still hosting an awards do here, by the way, I should say. And, you know, that's also on my mind. So I've got less capacity for understanding shit jokes Blind poll. And you're going to have option A, option B, and option C. And you don't know which one is which. I know which one's which. But the results are going to be basically in order of preference. So we will have obviously a captain, and this will also pick the vice captain and the third captain, essentially. Is it called the third captain? I don't know. It's a blind poll. It's more fun if it's a blind poll. It's more fun, isn't it? Is that showing up? Yes, it has shown up. Get voting on that blind poll, folks, for the new captain. And in the meantime, I'm going to be doing the award for not goal of the season, player of the season. Sorry, the big award. The big award. Once again, 5 candidates for it based on ratings. So 4 of them are based off ratings, and then 1 of them I've added in myself. Because I know the ratings aren't exactly accurate all the time. It's not showing up for you. You might have to refresh. You might have to refresh the page. I had to refresh the page as well. You might have to, yeah, everyone F5. Everyone F5. And then it should show up. I'm going to put my vote in as well. I refuse says no. Fair enough, mate. Then you don't get to decide the new captain, and that's fine. War Orthodox arse. There's no F5 on my phone. Good point. Option A just went up, so I assumed that's what Tomasi is. That's a very strange assumption to make. I'm not quite sure where you've got that from. I went C for Tomasi. Tomasi. That's good, Tian. If only I'd have thought about it like that. We need another vote on A. If they're all equal, Steen remains the captain. If there's no winner, Steen remains the captain. That's how we do it. As always with a blind poll. If there's no winner, nothing happens. And it's boring. And it's your fault that it's boring. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that just lovely? Player of the season, 5 nominees, Gearson. Hampson. Not sure how Hampson's got on there, to be honest with you. Really not sure how Hampson's got on there. Tomasi's what I do on Sundays. Tomasi. Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, good stuff. Wisecrack. Yarich. Some season 1 straggler nominations for Hampson. It's based on average rating. Hampson scored 1 goal all season. And we'll get into that very shortly. Ordaz. And Wurf. Just a reminder on the blind poll, if it all remains equal, Steen remains the captain. We are currently on 3 votes each. Nothing happens if it remains equal. The winner for Player of the Season, with 63.6% of the vote, in all fairness, a runaway winner. I think we all know who this is, don't we? Or Des. Wow. Can't complain, can you? Or Des. 63.6% of the vote. And I tell you what, only 2 players got nominations for this, actually. Or not nominations, but actually got votes for it. Only 2 players got a vote. Ordaz and Wolf. Ordaz got 63%. Wolf got 36%. Rounding not included in that, by the way, because I know that adds up to 99. Blind poll new captain option A has won. Wow. Wow. We have a new captain. We now vote for the vice captain, because that was equal. And it's a shorter poll, 3 minutes. And there's your award ceremony, folks. And thank you very much for watching that, by the way. Was a little bit of a slog, that one, I know. Just one more thing before we go. Just want to say one more thing before we go. We won the league and we won the cup. Lovely. Wonderful stuff. When we won the league, don't know if you remember the sort of celebrations afterwards when we lifted the trophy. I believe it was Tomasi. No, it was Hoylands that lifted the trophy. Hoylands lifted the trophy. And who was next to Hoylands in that? Who was positioned next to Hoylands? There was 2 people positioned either side of Hoylands in that. Now, you'd think it would be one of your big players, or Des. You know, Yarich. Steam was suspended. Dodo. Tomasi. Wolf was at one side. That's fine. Wolf was absolutely fantastic. Young player of the season. The other side of Hoylands was Lothar, who, I didn't want to have to bring this up at the award ceremony, but someone's got to say it. Someone's got to say it. I've had a little bit to drink, right? And we've all had a little bit to drink. It's time for some home truths here. I think it's an absolute fucking disgrace that the man who was so shit in pre-season, he didn't even play a game at all, in the entire season, in the league or in the cup. Didn't play at all, one bit, didn't play a single minute. And as soon as we've won the league, he's up there jumping up, trying to grab the cup. It's an absolute disgrace. It is an absolute disgrace. And Lewis says he should have his contract ripped up. I'm very tempted to sell him. Because I think it's... honestly, I think it's awful. I think it's absolutely rotten. I think it's absolutely rotten. And on another day, we'd do a blind poll as to whether we got rid of him or not. But not today. We've done enough blind polls. Looks like blind poll vice captain is going to be A. Okay. Okie dokie. Sell him to Hangame and he can rot in the reserves for the rest of his career. I just think that is not a team player. That is a selfish individual. And that is awful. It really riled me up. It really rubbed me the wrong way. Got hiccups now. I'm so angry I've got the hiccups. And that concludes the award ceremony. Thank you very much for watching. Let's play the game. Let's play one game. Let's play one game, and then I'll come on tomorrow, and we'll also play we'll play the rest of the games, the rest of the preseason games. Award for Pissy Pants Rant of the season. Yeah, well, I've been holding it in until then. Honestly, it's absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. I'm not having it. He'll be very fortunate if he ever plays a game for us again. At all. Let's boot up the game. Now, I've made a mistake here, folks. Do you remember when we did the preseason friendlies? We sort of arranged them. And I picked the Master League Youth squad instead of the South American selection because I was under the impression that it would play like we would be playing the newcomers. It turns out that's not what the Master League Youth squad is. It turns out that the Master League Youth squad is actually just all the best young players in the game. So, Kamani, Francine, and Patrak, both from Bradford City. Heitinga, Matthew, Lee Fugsley, Iniesta, Schweinsteiger, Lee Jun-Young, Rooney, Fernando Torres. A few others there. Cristiano Ronaldo, Robinho, Robin, Martins, Snyder, Dennis Martic, Clichy, Bondo, Sendros, Benjamin Soares. So it is actually quite a massive game for us. Oops. Folks, the new captain. The new vice captain. The new vice captain. Is Hoylands. Hoylands is the new vice captain. The new actual captain is Damiano Tomasi. And we save the game. Damiano Tomasi. Esme says, knew it as if it wasn't a 33% chance. Lovely. Damiano Tomasi, the new captain. And let's see if Steen can improve his game. We've got a friendly to play. And we're going to play in our brand new special one-off fourth kit for celebrating promotion. Our new kit there, by the way. That's going to do bits on socials. Where are we playing this? We're playing it at La Bombonera. Let's randomise the ball. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's randomise... No, that's fine. Right, the stadium is La Bombonera, as picked by Michael Knightlight. Despite the fact that La Bombonera is already in the game, it's fine. Don't worry about it. The players, right, they're going to wear their home kit, and we are going to wear our special fourth kit. Bang. And our special goalkeeper's fourth kit. Bang. There we go. And we play the friendly. And let's play Chechu. Let's play... The rest of it's probably fine, to be honest with you. We probably want our strongest team for this, actually, don't we? Because they're a very good team, evidently. Rooney and Fernando Torres. A couple of the players that I've made in there, by the way, Francine, Soares, Martic and Fugsley. All from the Bappy Extended Multiverse. And that's all fine. Let's just jump into it. Maybe get a close-up and get... Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll watch the intro. It might show up a close-up in the intro. Possibly. La Bombonera. Just this game for today, folks, I think. And then tomorrow I'll come on, possibly, and we'll do the rest. We'll do the other 3. Playing in a special kit to celebrate promotion is hella small time. What a horrible statement, mate, but ultimately correct. Wait, fuck off, both of you, actually. Please. Wow. What a kit. There's all that's. The special kit is for sale, by the way. It's £72.99. There's Wayne Rooney. £72.99. The new kit. The one-off fourth kit. You can have a look at it here. It's not a blind pole at all. Do we like it? Would you buy that? Would you buy that kit? There's the keeper's one. It's the same, but it's just white instead. They're not a Div 2 team at all. That's lovely. There's Tomasi, the captain, by the way. Who is this lady, says Adam. It's a long story, Adam. It's a long story, and dare I say, if you're not familiar, then you don't deserve to know. Do you actually not know, Adam? Because I will explain it to you if you don't know. I thought you'd have been in here long enough that you'd know. Let's get a win here. We get some points if you win here, by the way. Some money points, I mean, not like match points. So I would like a win. I'm a bit rusty, by the way. I've not played pairs since I last played it last week. I'll go fuck myself and cheers. It was an undercover journalist that went on Cilla Black's TV show Blind Date. But Cilla Black knew about it and then called her out. Oh, I thought he was onside then. Way off. He's way off. You want a what? Special edition jersey, says Night Lights. I mean, that's such an unbelievably disrespectful thing to say, Night Lights. What do you mean, Night Lights? Oh my god. God, they're good. Go on, Wolf. Nice. Ooh. What do you mean, Night Lights? Explain yourself.
What?
Explain yourself. Because if you've been watching the streams and if you've been watching the shorts, you'll know that we had a what kit. Oh, you want to wear it IRL? Right, well, I really want a what special edition jersey? Right, okay. I'll let you off then. You can probably make one. Or you could buy one, $72.99. Oh, no one's in the middle. Ooh, stuttered a little bit then. Let's see how Tomasi, the new captain, does. Well, in Lieberman. I like the look of Lieberman. I think he's done well this season. Second half of this season especially, I think he's been fantastic. Or last season, I should say. Ooh, good save. Roll it out. That's nice. All in all, this team that we're playing now is probably the caliber of a top Div 1 team. But they don't have the teamwork, so it's not quite the same. So a top Div 1 team will be better than this lot, essentially. Here's Steen. Be interesting to see how Steen does now. He's just sort of concentrating on his game, you know. Ooh. Winner throw in. That's nice. I've discovered something, by the way. Check this out. Lieberman can do long throws. Get in the box. Wow, Jesus. Oh, if we can pile people in the middle and then do that. That's exciting. Here's Bastian Schweinsteiger. Oh, keeper's dithering. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky for him, I should say. A full Rory DeLaff. That was some throw, wasn't it? One of my college mates designs them for a living. I might see what the process is like. Do it. I mean, you can just get the pattern on it. You can just get the thing on a t-shirt, can't you? Any old website will do that. He's kept it in. And he's won a corner. Yeah, he is the best candidate, isn't he? Oh, well. Win that. That's Lee Jun-young, by the way. Lee Jun-young, if you remember, is the one who had a fight with Hoylands in the game. He plays for Swissney FC. He had a fight with Hoylands, if you remember that. A little bit of a push and shove when they bottled it. And they're in Div 2 next season, if you remember that. That's lovely. Oh, it's a well-oiled machine, isn't it? That's not good enough. That's good enough. Oh, that's not good enough. Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine now. Well, Swissney FC, Div 2, bottled it. They played the bottom two teams. Their last two games of the season were against the bottom two teams, and they got 1 point from it. And then they lost out on promotion on goal difference, I believe, as well. Awful. Go on, get on that. Oh, unlucky son. One thing I would say about the midfielders that we've got, and they're very good midfielders, obviously, they are quite short. Both Tomasi and Steen. They're quite short. I don't like that too much. That's good. Just a lovely move, this, isn't it? Just a lovely, lovely move. Oh, I tell you what. God, we could win this. These are no match for that Passers team that we played last season. Remember the Passers? Fucking Adriano and Gilladino up front. Oh. Unlucky. Wellenstein. Here's Lee Fugsley. One to watch in Div 1, Lee Fugsley. I think he's... I think the other thing about this is that I wouldn't consider 23-year-old to be a youth player. But that's just me. That's just me. That's a good header. What can you do about Fernando Torres? Here's Lee. Let's get a close-up of Lee Fugsley, by the way. There's Rooney. Lee Jun-young. Western Schweinsteiger. Here's Lee Fugsley. There he is. He's 19 years old. 20. He'll be 20 next season, actually. Lee Fugsley. One to keep an eye on. That's Dennis Martic, by the way. That is Ben Soares. And that is Francine Nunez, I believe. Can't remember now. Looks like that human in the observatory on Fallout. That's a reference that's evaded me, I'm afraid. I apologise. Oh, this is nice. What a move that is. Shame it was Mako on the end of it. Win that Tomasi. Very good. Hold on to it. That's all right. Oh, I swear to... Oh, it's good. That's fine. That's fine. We've got the ball. Tomasi just muscled off it there. Needs to be stronger. On the YouTube VODs, I've started putting the timestamp on, by the way, in the description for when each match starts. So people don't have to... If people just want to watch the matches, they can just find them. Awful effort, that. In New Vegas. Oh, I've not played New Vegas in God knows how long. A long, long time. 3-4 years, something like that. Whip it in. No one runs into the box. Really irritates me. Not sure what causes that. That's a lovely ball. Unlucky. It's a little bit stuttery for me at the moment. Not too bad. It's manageable. Whoa! Straight past Fook. Oh, I tell you what, Hoyland's on that would be lovely. We'll make some subs at half-time. We'll make 5 or 6. Love the people who list the timestamps. It's a good idea. Someone suggested cutting up all the matches and posting them individually, but I'm not going to do that because it would be... Get that? Lovely. It would just be spam central if I did that. But I'll put timestamps in. I don't mind that. It's a lovely shirt there, isn't it? So yeah, I think they show up as like chapters. So when you sort of look at the little line below the video where you can like skip forward, I believe it lists them sort of individually in there, possibly. Let's make some subs. Let's make some subs. Let's bring Menander on. Let's bring Hamson on. Let's bring Berchet on. Let's bring Dodo on. Let's bring Valany on. And let's bring Chechu on. And let's make the captain Valany. Valany's going to be captain for the second half. He is our third captain now. Hoyland's his second captain, vice captain. Wholesale changes, yeah, you've got to though, haven't you? Pre-season. Remind me to do the teamwork thing in the pre-season training. Or maybe we won't do teamwork, maybe we'll do something else actually. Imagine if Berchet got a goal here, by the way. Imagine a Berchet goal against this lot. So framey. So framey. It's fine now. No, it's not. Why does it do that? I can't figure. The annoying thing about it is I can't figure out what the trigger of it is. I can't. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason as to when it sort of activates, which is very annoying. No, it's weird. Here's Dodo with his new haircut as well, by the way. Remember, Dodo's got a new haircut. Doesn't look like Dodo anymore, does he? Actually forgot about that until he was on the ball then. Oh, crap. Oh, fuck off, mate. 22 years old. I mean, Wayne Rooney's 42 now. Or like 40. You'd be about 41. That's crazy. I mean, he looks about 60, but I'd only guess he was about 35. Not the best. Not the best, but what can you do? They're a good team. They're a good team, this lot. Very good players. A lot better players than us. Can't complain that much, really, can you, Paul, from Berchet there? I would like a goal, I would say. A goal here would be nice. I didn't think this team would be that good. Oh, what a ball that was. Well, we only have to worry about players of this caliber when we're in like the Champions League, to be honest with you. Other than that, apart from like Lee Jun-young, I mean, we've played Lee Jun-young, we've beaten him 3 times. So, you know, he doesn't worry me. Doesn't worry me one jot. It's fine. No need to go panic stations because we've been beaten by a team that is better than us. These are the best young players in the world that we're playing against. And we're in Argentina as well. A lot of the players have jet lag. We only got here a couple of days ago. It's fine. Don't need to read too much into this. Good cross. It's a good cross. Is that Francine with the cross? I didn't put names on their backs when I made this kit. Oh well. Lock up your grannies. Wazza will be out on the town tonight, says TN. That's lovely. Touch of class from TN there. Wild pass from Berchet there. Imagine season 3 Berchet, what he's going to be like. He might actually get a goal. I want to also point out that Menander has not scored or assisted any goal for us ever. Not in the cup, not in a friendly, I don't think. Has literally done... Yeah, somehow he's got the highest rating of all the players. I really don't understand how that works. Oh dear. Get that. Lovely. Lovely. No, it's not lovely. It's to no one, Wolf. Wolf. Season 3 will be the season where I'll start pronouncing his name correctly consistently, by the way. Hopefully. I think that'd be nice. I mean, Hampson is just getting nothing here. At least Orda's got a couple of shots away. You know? Hampson, he doesn't even look like he's trying. Like, he's just jogging all over the place. Jesus, Steve. It's not all about goals and assists, but it is all about how Berchet's a silly Billy, exactly. Time to read him as Menander writes, yeah? I think I did that joke in the very first stream. Oh! Who took that free kick? Jesus Christ. But exponential improvement, absolutely. I mean, it was hard to get much worse, in all fairness. Hard to get much worse. Here he is now. It's nice. Keep it simple. Does it keep it simple, Menander? And Menander's 30. He's going to be 37 next season. He should be leading by example. Here's Berchet. That's a free kick. He's won a free kick there. He's done well. He's done well. Watch this. Oh dear. What a waste. What a waste from Yerich. Here's what I'm going to bring on. Zimelez. Brav hides all tuckered out. Nutcracker. There'll be a Nutcracker very shortly if... Nutcracker, folks. 1 second. Confirmed Nutcracker. That is a confirmed, bona fide Nutcracker. 22 Nutcrackers. Only 2 this year, though. We've not had... It took a while to get the first Nutcracker of the year this year, didn't it? I will open that parcel shortly, actually, because it might be funny. Here's Menander. I've done a Superdrug order, but Superdrug is a really interesting place to order from because I've probably ordered from them about a dozen times, and I would say 4 of those times they've done something wrong, either missed items from my order, or the last time I ordered from them, they literally sent me someone else's order. So I ended up with loads of makeup and stuff. But the good thing about Superdrug is if they fuck up and you tell them that they fucked up, they just send you the replacement, the correct stuff, for free. And you get to keep all the old stuff. So one time, for example, they accidentally sent me about 4 bottles of this stuff, Nivea Men's Sensitive Daily Skin and Stubble Lotion. And they sent me so much of it that I didn't order, and let me keep it, that I am still using it to this day. So there's a little life sort of hack for you there. Order from Superdrug because they will fuck up. And if they fuck up and you let them know, they'll just send you the right stuff. They don't ask you to send it back or anything. So there you go. Awful from Rooney. Awful from Wayne Rooney. Nivea's classic. Yeah, I'm not usually a Nivea fan, especially the moisturizer. I find it a bit greasy. I tend to prefer Bulldog, personally. That's nice. Oh, someone's got to be... I mean, it's a poor cross, but someone's got to be in the middle for that. You can't have Berche out there on the right and then no one picking up on it. Thought I was going through to Zimmerles then. That's nice from Yarich. Whoa, slide tackles all over the shop. Oh no, they're going to score. No, they're not. That's lovely from Chechu. I thought he was going to play a ball. Selfish from Lee Jun-young there. Don't expect anything less from him, though. A thug. A common thug, Lee Jun-young. Picking on our Hoylands. Oh! Jesus. Sorry. Scared me there. Thought that was going in. Get that keeper. Lovely. Ooh. Lovely. Go on. Oh, Berche with the shot. Switch to sunscreen from moisturising. Oh, well, that works. I don't know what their sunscreen's like to me. I just find their moisturiser stuff, it's always a bit claggy. That's lovely. Is Steen on the run now? Still going. Get that. Oh, got to be getting on that, Hampson. Have to be getting on that. All in all, a deserved win for them, I would say. I would have liked one goal. But I don't think second half we've been that good, to be honest with you. Bit of a hangover, once again, from the cup. Oh my God. Good header. Oh well. Whatever. What can you do about Torres and Rooney and all that? They're levels above us. You can't focus too much on it. You cannot focus too much on that. Slightly worried about the performances of one or two of our players, I would say. Hampson did not look at it. He didn't feel at it. He just didn't feel... smooth, you know? Bondo, Fugsley. Rooney man of the match, yeah. Brathwaite with a 5. Yeah, Brathwaite wasn't very good, was it? I would like a left winger, and that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to try and sign a left winger. Starting well with their quality showed, yeah. I think that's the fairest assessment that you could possibly give. Right, we've got to renew some contracts, and we're going to try and sign possibly 3 players. Just this week. We'll try and sign more than that overall. We can't sign any more players in any other team, but we still can break one of these rules. I think we're going to try and sign a newcomer, which breaks one rule because we won the cup, but because we've also won the league, we can break another rule. So they've signed 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we've already signed 1 this season. We signed Wolf. So we've signed 1. So we can sign at the minimum 2 more. At least right now. So let's do that. Let's renew contracts first, actually. Gearson. 3-year contract, 397. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but we'll go for 380. Hoylands, 1-year contract. Let's give him a bit. Oh, we can only do 1-year contract. 357, sure. Hampson, 3 years, 415, sure. I might just accept these blindly, to be honest with you. What 544 is too much for Menander. You can have 520. You can have 520, and you can be very thankful for your 520. Let's do Zimmerles 2 years. Let's do a Yuga 2 years. That's right. Zimmerles wants a pay cut. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, he at least he knows. Let's just round that up to 300 for Yuga. 2 years. Chechu, 2 years, 398. Let's just, if someone offers something like that, I'm just going to say just round it up. Ivarov, we are going to renew Ivarov's contract. 2 years. Let's make it 310. And then Gerson we did, didn't we? 380. I might change Hoyland's one. I might just make Hoyland's as 384. Yeah, that's fine. It's Menander that I'm worried about. That he wanted quite an expensive one here. Right, here we go. We need the backup, don't we? Exactly, we need the backup. Right. Sato we can't go for just yet because he's in negotiations. Same with Dorset and same with Rodolfo. But I believe those 3 players. He has 1 year left, 2 years, 3. Oh, shit. They all had 0 years. I thought they were going to become free agents. Should we have a look at the free agents? Right. It might be worth having a look in here. Liu Chang, Phil Koo's a free agent. We could sign Phil Koo. I'm not signing Phil Koo. Not signing Phil Koo. Don't be silly. We're not signing Phil Koo. God, he might not be bad. How old is he? 20. Manu Karian. He's not great, actually, is he? Mario Suarez, Vermeulen. Otto. I've heard of them. I've heard of Vermeulen, though. Nightlights. Heard of him. Can't sign. That won't be Mkhitaryan because I've made everyone have their proper names. I think that is an actual. Should we have a look? Should we just Google it? Manu. Edgar Manukarian. Former professional footballer who played as a forward, played for Ajax. Not everyone who's Armenian is Mkhitaryan, though, Esme, is the thing. That's quite racist, actually. You can't just say that about all Armenians, or they're all Mkhitaryan. It's not. There's more than one Armenian. Yeah. Wow, Warburton. Did I make him? I made him. I made this man. Plays defensive mid, 24 years old. No, I have fixed the Pro Evo names. I have fixed them all. Apart from the classic players, but we don't have them in Master League. What about Warburton? 92 shot power, 76 shot accuracy, 94 stamina. What was I on when I made this man? What was I on? What's his first name? Warburton. I should say, by the way, you're gonna slowly realise as we get through Div 1 that a lot of the players that I've come up with names for are just when I went through my food cupboard. It's going to become very obvious at some point. Richard Warburton. Played for Bistopia. I'm surprised no one's picked up on it already, actually, because I'm sure we've played players. I think there's a player with. I think I've got like Patak, Bachelor, Bassett. There's quite a lot of them that are literally just names of foods that I had in the cupboard. Maynard. Nigel Penguins. Who else have I got? I'm just looking through the spreadsheet very quickly here. Yeah, Bassett I had. Oh god, I don't know. There are quite a few. Tiptree, I believe. John Angel Delight. Tommy Belvia. No. Tiptree. I've got Wilson Tiptree. Who plays for P-Wet Farm. I mean, Timothy Baker Bean. Eric Pombear. Cuthbert Cream. No, there's not a Cuthbert Cream. I should make a Cuthbert Cream, shouldn't I? Who else is there? Who's in the Garden Boys? I don't know now. I think I changed some of them because some of them were too obvious. Some of them were too on the nose. Clearly, I didn't change Warburton, though. Oh, there's McVitie. Terry McVitie plays for the 1P Football Club. Yeah, there's a few. There's a few scattered about. Richard Warburton, though, we could get this guy. That's the source. Did I think I'd get away with it? I thought more people would notice. Jaffa Cake. Oh dear. Did we go for Warburton? Liu Chang from the Major Dudes is free agent. That's interesting. Phil Koo, of course. Bullshrug. What's Bullshrug's? I think I gave him his first name just yesterday, actually. Bullshrug. Otto Bullshrug. Played for Bistopia again. Big your cereal. Can play attacking mid. He can only play attacking mid or right wing, though. Not great. Theodore Bagg played for We United. Rark. Fred Knobloch played for Sanctuary, I believe. Steve Carvel. God, he's only young, isn't he? 25. Only plays centre forward, though. Tony Fishfinger. I think genuinely. So I made a list of players at the start, and then I slowly changed the names to make them a little bit less silly for most of them. I do actually think at one point there was a player that I had called Birdseye, and he was the captain. I think I got rid of that though because I think it was a bit too. It was a little bit too silly. Graham Cracker, that's a good one. I believe there's a Philip Delphia that plays for one of the teams as well. Rundgren, remember Rundgren played for the 1P Football Club? Can he play right wing and centre forward? If he could play left wing, I'd sign him. Should we go for Warburton? Should we go for Warburton as defensive mid? Or should we go for that newcomer that was a defensive mid? I can't remember his name now. Reginald Beryley. There was Warburton, or there was Carini. Obviously, Warburton is better, but Carini is 17 years old and also has playmaking, passing, centre, and penalties. So it depends, really. They are both free agents, but I'd only really want to sign one because they both sort of cover the same position. Is the thing. We could still sign another newcomer. We could sign Bath, possibly. Slap Ruskin in there for a triple pivot, and you can have a Tomasi sandwich between a dry slice of white bread and a rusk. Let's see if we can go for Warburton. He might not want to come to us. You know? Where's he gone? He might not want to come to us, but it might be worth a try. I think he might be quite good. And it's realistic as well. Because he doesn't exist. Should we say 400? And a 4-year contract. Bang. Offer made. Let's also make an offer for Shinji Ono. 3,000. Let's go 3,800. 4-year contract, 430. Actually bump it up to 450. Bang. Should we try and sign possibly one more player? Ezio Ugimano. Plays for We United, who are in Div 2 now. Seriously good stats. He's 26 years old. He is very short, which I don't like. And the other thing is, he's got a lot of stars as well, actually. The other thing is, he is outside of our salary range. Our max salary we can do is 598. He is 599. We could sign him if we offer 598 instead of 599. Or we could go back in for Al-Qahtani. I mean, you go for Al-Qahtani, don't you? Surely. Let's compare them. Went to school with a max salary, worked at McDonald's. And Al-Qahtani's better. But I mean, Ugimano's free kick accuracy is good, but should we go for Al-Qahtani again? Al-Qahtani would be the marquee signing that says we belong in Div 1, let's do it. Let's give him a salary of 400 to show we mean business, and let's also go for a transfer fee of 3,500 off the bat. Okay, and that's the 3 players that we're going to make an offer for this time round. I suspect 1 or 2 of them will fail, but that's fine. Ono, Al-Qahtani, and Warburton is who we've gone for. Hang on. We got all 3. Shit. Oh my god. I've gone lightheaded. I've gone lightheaded. We need to sort out 3 people's contracts. That's fine. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're winning Div 1. We're winning Div 1. We don't have to hoof out players. We don't have to at all, actually. We're fine. Let's give Ivarov... He wants 310? Let's get 320. Oh, no, oh my god, that is absolutely massive. It's all above board. The only thing that we can't do now is make another signing because we have to wait until other teams have made more signings. I think we're 1 ahead of everyone else now. But that's fine. That's not an issue. And Hamson also renew contract. 3 years, 415. Let's go 425. Wow. Right, let's sort out some numbers then. Ono's going to be number 28. I know that off the bat. Because that's what number he was when he started his career. That's right, I looked it up. Ono's going to be number 28. Warburton is not number 11 for a defensive mid. Absolutely not. Not number 7 either, actually. So... what's the next number that's available? 26. He can be number 26. Al-Qahtani. Number 11 or number 7. I don't want to change the other players' squad numbers, Esme. Otherwise, we will be sitting here for an hour and I will just be doing them all mass level. 7 or 11 for Al-Qahtani. Should we see what he wore during his career? Because first of all, Esme, more than anything, it annoys me that Menander's number 9. But the fact that he's been number 9 for 2 seasons now, I'm determined to stick with them. Yasser Al-Qahtani. Transfer marked. Yasser Al-Qahtani. Career. Squad numbers. What's he worn during his career? Let's have a look. Number 20. He always wears number 20. Fuchs number 20. You can't have number 20. You've got 7 or 11. 11. Right? 11 or 7. What do we think? 7 or 11? I'm actually tempted to go with 7, to be honest with you. And then we give it... I don't know. Hello, what mod do you use? I'm not using any mods. Well, I'm using Kit Server, sorry, forgive me. I'm using Kit Server, but that's it. I'm not using any patches or anything like that. Nightlight says 11. We could do a really quick blind poll for this. Potentially. Really quick blind poll. You like 11? Also, we'll do 11. I can't bother doing the blind poll. We'll just stick with 11. That's fine. Yes, I'm just using Kit Server. But all the kits and stuff for these teams I've made myself. I use Pezmaster. Ruffles, hello, welcome in. 11. We'll do 11 then. 11, that's fine. Arcatani's number 11. Warburton, number 20. Let's do number 24 for Warburton, actually. I don't think there's any other numbers. We're not giving a defensive mid. We're not giving a number 13 because that's disgusting. And we're not giving a number 7 because that's also disgusting. So he can be number 24 and he can be happy with it. And Ono's number 28. He normally wears number 18, Ono. I did look this up. But he started his career as number 28. So he can be number 28 again. And then that's fine. If we make any more signings, someone else can be number 7. Why is 13 disgusting? 13's a goalkeeper's number, Nightlights. 13's a goalkeeper's number. Backup goalkeeper only. Yeah. Which we're not going to have. Right. Let's have a look at the market data. Let's see if anyone else has made... So 3 signings. So if anyone's made... So we've made 4 signings now this summer. Or this season, sorry. So we can only do another signing if any other team has made 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3. No one's even made 4 yet, which is a little bit worrying, actually. We could be... We're going to have to install some sort of... They've made 4. Celtic have made 4. Celtic have made 4. Celtic have made 4 signings. So that's fine. Saved again by Celtic. Thank you very much, Celtic. So, I'm going to get rid of these from our list. Wow. Possibly look at maybe getting a defenders now, basically. Zorro, Hagui, Rodolfo, Bath. Probably the 4 I'd be looking at. Possibly get Bath as a newcomer. Would be nice, I think. Oliver Bath. Not a great player, but... You know, he's a newcomer, so he won't cost any actual money, if that makes sense. And then possibly also Zorro. Let's have a look at the formation. So immediately, Ono's in. Bang. Al-Qatani's in. Bang. And it's unfortunate for Ruskin that Brafide's going to take his... Actually, is Brafide better than Ruskin? No, Brafide is better than Ruskin. Don't know what I was looking at then. Let's do that. So now, really, our subs bench can just... Oh, also Warburton. Fistine. Warburton Fistine, you have to say. Wow, he's good. Shit, he's really good. Now feels like the time to go for Gaddafi. We could get Gaddafi. What if you wait until Gaddafi's regen and then we get Gaddafi Jr.? We could do that. So Steen and Dodo on the bench, that's fine. Steen and Dodo on the bench, that's... Why is Steen... Why can Steen play centre-back when he's like 5'8"? I don't understand that. Fuk, Minander, Zimmerles, Hamzen and Hoylands. And you'd probably also put Chechu there. Sort this out. So you'd have Stremmer, Chechu, Valony, Ruskin, Steen, Dodo, Fuchs, Menendez sort of your extra player, Zimeles, Hampson, Hoylands. Yeah, that's probably right. And then Lothar, Yuga, Berche, your reserves. These will get games though. We play 30. You wait until you see the calendar for next season. It is literally every single week there is a game, if not 2. So they will be getting games. Let's have a look at set pieces. I mean, Ono is good at set pieces. 88-83 is Yarich. Ono is 86-84. So that might depend on what side the free kick's on. If it's on the left-hand side, we get Ono to take it. What about corners? Ono 91-77. Yeah, Ono on the corners, surely. Ono on the corners. Penalties? Al-Qatani's got the penalty star, so we do that. Sorted. Wow. They'll get loads of playing time, absolutely. Absolutely. Tomasi the captain as well. Wow. Look at the team now. That is crazy. So the next signings we'll go for are essentially probably Zorro, one of these four. One of these four. And then if we get another signing after that, if we're able to, it will be a second one of these four. I don't know which one. I'd probably go for Zorro first. I like the look of Hagui. They can all play. The thing is, they can all play right back apart from Rodolfo. They can all play right back and centre back, but Rodolfo can play left back as well and defensive mid. And look at Rodolfo, he's got 91 shot power as well, so he can take some long shots. And he's got middle shooting as well, which means he's very, very good at long shots. Can we use a rule breaker for one more signing even if no other teams make extra signings? Yeah, I think we probably could, Lewis, if we didn't use it on anything else. We've still not used either of our sort of Joker rule breakers. I would like to sign another newcomer, so possibly Bath. But then we could also have one. But we don't know what we're going to... We may have to save our rule breaker for possibly... If we get say if someone came in for Ordaz, say if Man United came in for Ordaz now, we'd have to sell him. But if we save our rule breaker, or one of our rule breakers, we could reject that offer. By the way, the rule breakers don't go into next season or anything. We have to use the rule breakers this time round. They don't carry over. I've just decided that right now, myself. Hope that's okay. Oh, let's also do the training. Adjust training menu. Let's have everyone do... I mean, Wolf can do goalkeeper in all fairness, can't he? Lieberman... I mean, most of these can do teamwork. Most of them can just do teamwork. It's probably fine, isn't it, really? Wolf can do goalkeeping. Maybe Yarich does free kicks. A dark, dark day when we have to let Ordaz go. I've been thinking about this, by the way. I'm wondering if potentially we have some sort of... Because I don't know. I don't know if players can receive transfer offers. I don't know if we can receive an offer for Ordaz now, for example, because he's not put up for transfer. I don't actually know. We've not seen it happen yet. Everyone that we've sold is someone that we've put up for transfer. So I don't know if that actually happens or not. If that doesn't happen, I find that a little bit crap. So we might do a thing maybe next season where we have our nominations for Player of the Season, and one of them, we do a blind poll and one of them gets put up for transfer or something like that. Just to add a little bit of peril. Just so we're not literally sticking with the same players over and over again for every season. Because otherwise we would just have Ordaz forever, wouldn't we? For example. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't actually know if Ordaz will get a transfer from another team or not. I have no idea. Don't know how it works. Let's see if we can renew these contracts. Oh, it's not done it just yet because we have to play another game. Right, I'm not playing this game today, folks. We will play it tomorrow, probably. And we'll play the other two preseason games after this tomorrow as well. and then Div 1 will possibly start next week. I'd like to do maybe 1 or 2 longer streams next week, and maybe we'll just get a lot of Div 1 done then. But for those who missed it, I'm going to take a little bit of a break from PES 6. Not for long, for like, I'm thinking like 2-3 weeks. Just to keep it fresh, just to make sure I don't burn out on it, because it's literally, this is the only thing I've streamed for the past 2 months, basically. So I don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to take a break from it for a couple of weeks, and we'll just do a massive playthrough of Pokemon or something like that, where I'll come on most days and we'll just do, like the old days, we'll just do a big playthrough of Pokemon for 2-3 weeks, and then we'll come back and we'll carry on with PES after that. I just need to keep it fresh is all. Otherwise, I just get sick of it. I just get sick of it, unfortunately. Just how it is. What other signings have people made, by the way? Let's have a look. Prodlington have signed Moritz Volts. They've sold Gavrilovic and signed Cruz. P-Wet Farm have signed Rossinia. We United have signed McCartney and Puyol, not that Puyol, and Congre. And Jumbo have signed Spectre, I don't know who that is, and Aldenine. And Major Dudes have signed Alberto and sold Doctor Wu, interesting. And signed Cerner. Wow. Yes, I should be back tomorrow morning about 9:30, and we'll get these. Let's have a look. We'll get this game against MLBPA done, Club Brugge, Dynamo Kiev. We'll get the rest of the transfers done as well, if we make any more transfers. Then we move into next season, which will probably start next week. But for today, 3 absolutely gargantuan signings. Richard Warburton, Shinji Ono, and Yasser Al-Khatani. Look at his hexagon. Look at their hexagons. Wow. Look at their compare that. That's our player of the season. That's Ornaz's hexagon. He was our player of the season. That is Al-Khatani's. Oh my god. Oh my god. And look at their team, by the way, MLPBA Baseball. Sweeney, Smorin, Furcup, McSwift, Truck, Rortugal, Chamberlain, Bonzales, Sleeve, McDykel. All big names. MLBPA Baseball are one of the better teams in Div 1. They are probably top 6, I would say. So this will be a real test for us. If we can beat this lot, or if we can get something against this lot, I know it's a pre-season game, but if we can get something against them, it's a good barometer, I think, this game. Because they're a solid team. They're one of the better teams. Sleeve McDykel, yeah, leading the front line. Very interesting. I've already saved it, haven't I? Wow, look how much better some of these players are getting. Jesus. Hopefully Warburton gets better as well. The good thing about these fake players is I can't remember what their growth things are like. So he might have peaked already. I have no idea. But I like that. I don't like knowing their sort of growth patterns. It's a bit grubby. You wouldn't have that in real life. Like I said, you wouldn't. Not one of Guardiola's scouts would go up to him and go, by the way, I've done 100,000 detailed simulations of reality over the next 10 years, and this is how good this player is going to become. It doesn't work like that. And I don't want it to work like that when I'm playing this. I'm not playing this. This is real, by the way. This is absolutely real. And so I don't want to know. By the way, I should update you all on the blacklist. The transfer blacklist, as you may or may not know. This is a documentary, exactly. Rule number 7: any unsolicited suggestions of potential signings will immediately be blacklisted forever. Sorry. Bro signed. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The blacklist so far is Postma, who is a goalkeeper, and Solimar, who is also a goalkeeper. Well, we're not signing either of those, ever. That's it. I might even delete them from the game. Sign Messi. I mean, we can't sign people that I already know anyway. So if someone said sign Messi, I would just say we don't know him. But if someone says, you saw the Solimar one? Someone did the Postmar one twice, which was a little bit like, right, he's not on there twice now. But it is what it is. I've got to keep it. I've got to keep it interesting somehow. I've got to keep it. What's the word? I've got to keep it difficult. I've got to keep it difficult. Imagine if managers in real life just went onto TikTok and people were saying, buy this player. And they went, oh yeah, I'll do that actually. Wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen. I listen to my scouts in this computer game, this real life thing, sorry. And that's it. The only way I'm finding any new players to sign is by looking through these menus. Okay? That's it. That's the only way I'm going to find someone. So Chelsea's manager does it, yeah. So my openness to negotiation. Let's have a look. Matteo Ricardinho. See, I could sign Seitaridis because I've never heard of him, but he also plays for Atletico Madrid, so he's probably too good. But Arca, Parchu Young, Kanjkar, Friedel, Abiati, heard of all of them. I've not heard of Carriere though. He's 34, wouldn't want to sign him anyway. Heard of Delgado, heard of Hurtado, heard of Corrali, heard of Akinfaith, not heard of Kim Yong-dae or Kim Yong-kwang. Heard of McBride, not heard of Gregorini, he was on our shortlist. Not heard of most of these players going down here. Heard of Popovic and Marshall. That's not the Almiron that we know, that's a different one. I've heard of Ashley Young. Not heard of O'Connor. The good ship sails on the Carriere, yeah. For fuck's sake. Heard by my own knowledge, yeah. But I've got to keep it interesting. I don't just want to be like... Because otherwise, if you do that, you open that. He was good, wasn't he, actually? Let's go back to him. But he's not bad, is he? O'Connor. Have I made him? Is it Gary? Gary O'Connor. Good for a Scotch. Gary O'Connor. Gary O'Connor. Played for Hibernian, Lokomotiv Moscow, Birmingham City, Barnsley. I assume he's from the Scottish national team in this then. Oh, we could get him. We don't need a forward though. Hello, me national Kurdistan. Hello, Channel Game Kurdish. Welcome in. My name's BapyCal. Good to have you in. I am ending the stream very shortly though, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. I'll be back on tomorrow though. Yasser, welcome in. We've just signed someone called Yasser, though it's spelt differently. We signed Yasser Al-Khatani, who is this man. It's spelt differently though. But that's a strange coincidence, that, isn't it? God, what a player he's going to be. We'll have to wait until tomorrow, though. God, look at his graph. Look at the graphs. Oh my God. Oh no, it's gone down then up. That's interesting. I wonder how that's happened. Cracking Steffi on him. Steffi graph. Don't know what that means. Steffi graph. No idea what you're talking about. I need to save the game for a third time. I'm wrapping up, folks. I'm done. I'll be on tomorrow, though. Don't you worry about it. Come hell or high water. Tennis player? I wouldn't know. Hey, you come channel okay, please, right now. I'm not sure what... I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that means. I subscribe on OK, please, right now. Don't forget subscribe. What's happening? I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Hang on. Smash those buttons. Exclamation point YouTube. There you go. There you go. Whoa, I disappeared. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I should probably do some thank yous, shouldn't I? Thank you, Joe, for the raid. Thank you, Noma, for the 3-stream streak. Thank you, TN, for the 10-stream streak. And once again, congratulations, mate. Absolutely fucking massive. That's lovely. And follows off stream. MBs6, thank you for the follow. Pizza YOLO, thank you for the follow. TSoul00, thank you for the follow. Joe Civil 96, thank you for the follow. Tomoso LFC7, thank you for the follow. And that's it, I believe. I don't actually know what's happening right now. That is me for today, though, folks. I'll be back on tomorrow, hopefully. I should be. And we'll wrap up these preseason friendlies. We'll do like 3. We'll do the rest of the 3, and we'll see our new players. We'll see Ono in action. We'll see Warburton in action. And we will see Yasser Al-Khattani. Hang on, sorry. I'm all over the place. I've got no one on, so it's just an end stream from me, I'm afraid. In Nightlights, if that happens, I will be absolutely devastated. But it is what it is. That'd be quite fun, actually. It'd be a nice little bit of peril. That'd be lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Be a save scum for me? Not for me. No, I wouldn't do that. No, it makes it interesting, doesn't it? If your star player is injured for half the season. I like that sort of thing. That's why I've got everyone's injury resistance on C. Yes, that is me. Right, okay, bye, folks. Bye. Was there anything I was going to say? I don't think there was. Oh, for any VOD watchers, by the way, hopefully this one is of a little bit higher quality. I have found something out. When I upload a video at 1080, it uploads it as the codec. Is it called AVC1 or something like that? Still a hard watch. Let me just double check this. I found something out. It uploads it as like AVC1, which is a little bit blocky. Even if I upload it at 1080 and I have it on the highest bitrate, it's still a little bit blocky. AVC1, yeah. However, I found out if I upscale the video to 1440, it then uploads it as a codec called VP09, which is a lot better to look at. So that goal of the season video that I did is a lot nicer to look at than the VOD, because it's a different codec. So from now on, VODs might take a little bit longer to get posted on YouTube. It might be an hour or two longer. Because I'm upscaling it first to 1440, basically. But you can still watch it at 1080 and it'll still look like it's 1080. It's just how YouTube works, unfortunately. But hopefully it'll be a little bit higher quality. I haven't got time to wait. Well, fuck off then, Leopard. I'm going to go now, folks. Goodbye.